Nestled beside a vast ancient forest, there was a small and peaceful village named Whispering Woods. The villagers often spoke of a legend passed down through generations. It was the legend of a hidden door deep within the forest. This was no ordinary door. Legend had it that this magical door led to a place of untold wonders, but there was a catch. The door had been locked for centuries, its key lost to time. Many had searched, but the key remained elusive. The legend of the hidden door and the lost key had become a tale whispered among the villagers, a tale that sparked curiosity and wonder in the hearts of young and old alike. Over time, the legend had begun to fade from memory. Most villagers dismissed it as mere folklore. However, the story of the hidden door continued to hold a special allure, especially for those who dared to dream. Elara was a bright and curious girl who lived in the village. Unlike others who had grown indifferent to the legend, Elara held on to it with unwavering fascination. She often found herself lost in thought, her mind wandering to the mysteries that the forest held. One sunny afternoon, as Elara sat by her window, she overheard a group of children discussing the legend. Their words sparked a flame of excitement within her. Elara was not content with merely hearing the story. She yearned to uncover the truth behind the legend. Determined to learn more, Elara sought out the village elder, a kind and wise woman named Willow. Willow had always been fascinated by the legend. She had spent countless hours studying the history of the village. Willow welcomed Elara into her cozy cottage. Elara listened intently as Willow shared everything she knew about the legend. As Willow spoke, she noticed a distant look in Elara's eyes, a look that mirrored her own youthful curiosity. Willow then shared a secret. "My grandmother," she whispered, "once told me about an old map hidden in our attic, a map that supposedly pointed the way to the hidden door." Elara's heart skipped a beat. A map? Could it be true? With Willow's permission, Elara carefully climbed the creaky steps to the attic. Covered in dust and cobwebs, it was a treasure trove of forgotten items. Elara spent hours carefully sifting through the old furniture. Finally, tucked away in a dusty corner, she found it, a small rolled-up piece of parchment tied with faded ribbon. It was the map. Elara's hands trembled with anticipation as she untied the ribbon. The map was old and faded, but Elara could make out faint lines and symbols. It seemed to depict a path leading into the heart of the Whispering Woods. Elara knew she had to follow it. This was her chance to uncover the truth behind the legend. The next morning, armed with the map, a compass, and her unwavering determination, Elara set out into the Whispering Woods. The trees loomed tall above her, their leaves rustling in the wind. The forest was alive with sounds and smells. Elara followed the map carefully, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and apprehension. As she ventured deeper into the woods, the sunlight began to fade. The trees grew denser, their branches intertwining overhead, casting long shadows that danced around her. Section 5. The Whispering Wind and Talking Trees. As Elara walked, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. The forest seemed to be whispering secrets to her, secrets only she could hear. The wind rustled the leaves, creating soft, whispering sounds that seemed to beckon her forward. Strange and wonderful things began to happen. One moment she could have sworn she heard a whisper from an old oak tree. The next, she felt a gentle tap on her shoulder, but when she turned around, there was nothing there. Despite the strange occurrences, Elara felt strangely at peace. It was as if the forest itself was guiding her, leading her towards her destiny. She no longer felt alone. She had the feeling that the creatures of the forest were with her, sharing her journey. After what felt like an eternity, the map led her to a small clearing bathed in soft sunlight. And there, nestled between the roots of an enormous ancient tree, was a sight that made Elara's heart skip a beat, a small wooden door almost completely hidden from view. Elara's breath caught in her throat. Could this be the hidden door from the legend? With trembling hands, she reached into her bag and pulled out the old key. It was a perfect fit. As she turned the key, Elara felt a surge of excitement. The door creaked open, revealing a narrow passageway that seemed to glow with an ethereal light. Taking a deep breath, Elara stepped inside. The passageway led to a small circular room. To her astonishment, the room was filled with mirrors. Mirrors on the walls, mirrors on the ceiling, mirrors everywhere she looked. As Elara stepped into the center of the room, her reflections stared back at her from every angle. But these were no ordinary reflections. Each mirror seemed to show a different version of herself. Some reflections showed her laughing, while others showed her crying. Some showed her surrounded by friends, while others showed her standing alone. Elara was initially confused, then intrigued. The mirrors seemed to be reflecting not just her physical appearance, but her thoughts, her emotions, her dreams, and her fears. As Elara gazed at her many reflections, a profound realization washed over her. The true treasure was not a material possession or a magical artifact. It was something far more valuable, the understanding and connection with herself and the world around her. The mirrors were showing her that she was not just one thing, but a multitude of possibilities. They were showing her the importance of self-acceptance, of embracing all aspects of herself. Elara realized that the true treasures in life are often hidden in plain sight. Just like the hidden door in the forest, they are waiting to be discovered by those who dare to look beyond the surface. With a heart filled with gratitude and a newfound appreciation for the world around her, Elara stepped out of the room of mirrors and closed the door behind her. She left the key in the lock, knowing that others might also need to find their own truths. As she made her way out of the forest, the whispers of the wind seemed to carry a new message, a message of hope, of self-discovery, and of the interconnectedness of all things. Elara returned to the village not with tales of magical artifacts or untold riches, but with something far more valuable, a story of self-discovery and the true meaning of connection. From that day forward, Elara continued to explore the world with open eyes and an open heart. She shared her story with others, inspiring them to look beyond the surface and discover the hidden treasures within themselves and the world around them.